Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. I just been living online.
Hello internet, Mr. D, officially back in front of the camera. Rosie talked to me, she gave me some pretty good advice. She said just do it. Just do it and then it'll come naturally to you. But the key thing to do is to just get started. And I was like, damn Rosie, those are some words of wisdom right there. Here I am. I'm gonna try to make the next ones very quick. There's Rosie, I let her outside, big mistake. What are you doing? Why are you like this? Idiot. To kick things off, we're just gonna start talking about rap, because that's what we're here for. It's Mr. D Likes Rap. Let's get started. Today, first album after my long hiatus. Back to, what are you doing? This album came out May 17th of this year, so I'm just under 3 months late to talk about it, but that's okay. I made a promise to one student, Kalen Mobart. He was in my French 8 class this year. I told him I'm doing a review for this, so I'm keeping that promise. That's what I'm doing right here. So today I'm talking about Igor from Tyler, the Creator. Here we go. Where do I start? Why am I talking about this album 3 months after it came out? Because it was freaking fantastic. It was a great project. After one listen, I was super confused about it. But once you give it another listen, another 2 listens, you really see how far Tyler, the Creator has come with his music since the days of like Goblin or Yonkers. Like it's crazy to see the evolution in music that he has had. Like I like to consider this like Flower Boy, but on steroids, because he's taking those kind of new elements from Flower Boy and just pumping them up and really tackling a new kind of style. This project takes on the super commonly rapped about but also very complex topic of love, and he just fleshes it out into this insane album in a way that I've never really seen before. The reason why this album was such a different listen was because you don't hear Tyler, the Creator on a verse until 2 minutes and 25 seconds into the second song. You already know that his lyricism and his rap ability, it's not going to be at the forefront of this project, which I think is what turned off a lot of listeners. But basically this album, it's not about the rap. It's about creating a unique vibe, a wholly different atmosphere on almost every song, and just shifting production styles from track to track. Yay, there's a child crying upstairs. Yay. Just listen to this music.
That was music? Someone lowing their lawn? Mowing their lawn.
Wow. I'm gonna keep that in the video because it's recording.
Oh.
Is someone mowing the lawn? Idiot. It's mowing the lawn.
Hello, Internet.
That's my line from the opening track, Igor's theme. Very rhythmic instrumentals and a repetitive hook from Lil Uzi Vert. When you listen to this song, it definitely makes you a little uncomfortable because you're just like, it just keeps going and going, and you're just like, when is there going to be rapping on this rap album? Once you've kind of sunk your teeth into this project as a whole, this song is kind of a nice, like, it's just like an appetizer. It just gets you kind of prepared, and it sets the tone for just an overall different project that Tyler, the Creator, brings out. Earthquake is definitely one of my favorite tracks on the project. It was the lead single. The hook is super hypnotic, very jazzy. Not super into Playboi Carti's verse on this one. I'm just not a Playboi Carti fan, but I think it's cool how Tyler, the Creator, took a very depressing verse on this very kind of upbeat instrumentals about when you're faced with that overwhelming emotion of love. You're like, holy shit, I don't know what to do with myself right now. And then we get a super crisp transition into, I think, where we get our prime Tyler verses. Like, I think is so good. I think the thing that's most refreshing about Tyler, the Creator's lyrics on this song is how vulnerable they are. You get lines like, I'm off balance, I need some fixin', I'm your puppet, you are Jim Henson. With a lot of rappers, it's almost like they're too cool for love. It's all about, like, I feel like I've listened to so many songs where they talk about, I want you, I don't need you, and they like stress that, where Tyler, the Creator's kind of doing the opposite, where he's kind of like welcoming that very, very intense love emotion that he's going to talk about on this album. It's so cool to have that feeling about somebody else, and it's a reason to celebrate. Next track up, we get Running Out of Time. It's another track where you really need to focus more on the instrumentals and the production as opposed to the lyrics that Tyler, the Creator, is spitting out. And there's these very rhythmic snaps that keep coming up, almost like a ticking clock. The whole song is about when you start having feelings for someone, you almost feel like you need to do something as quickly as possible, or else they're gonna lose interest, they're gonna forget about you. You just like, oh man, I need to act on these emotions super fast. And on this song, like, you get like 5 or 6 different vocal ranges from Tyler, the Creator. It's fantastic. I love it. So far, this album, knocking it out of the park for me. Next up is another one of my favorite tracks, New Magic Wand. Very, very hypnotic hook with A$AP Rocky, I think. And again, we're getting into even more kind of darker, vulnerable territory with Tyler, the Creator. The new magic wand that he refers to is just to be able to get rid of anybody else that his love interest is hanging out with. It's like, oh, he's hanging out with a girl, I want to get rid of her. I want you all to myself. Stay away from him, he's mine. It's like when you meet somebody that you're that crazy about, you're not really thinking straight. You're gonna start thinking some things that are maybe a little weird. And like you feel like each verse on this song gets like closer to like an edge, and it's just, it hits you good. Next, with A Boy Is a Gun and Puppet, they're 2 great songs that work well back to back. Boy Is a Gun is about love interest has no idea how dangerous he is and how much power and control he has over Tyler's emotions right now. It's a super like chaotic song that transitions perfectly into another song about lack of control and feeling like a puppet. Like, he is stuck on autopilot because of this love interest, and he's aware of this garbage behavior. He will do anything for him no matter what. It's next level vulnerability, and again, super refreshing. It's different. It's so different to see in an album like this. When we get What's Good, it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb a little bit, but it's one of my favorite songs because of that really fantastic versatility and lyricism from Tyler, the Creator, that hasn't been at the forefront for the rest of this album. Like, after you spend 2 tracks feeling like you're stuck in this like pit of despair, it's like you get pulled out into an I'm awesome track. I've been saying one of my favorites. I think What's Good would be my favorite track on this album. Once we get into the last 2 tracks, we get the 2-parter Gone Gone Thank You, and then I Don't Love You Anymore. Kind of step out after What's Good. Commend his attempts at the vocals he's putting out on Gone Gone and Thank You. It's a little much, and it gets a little close to sappy, a level that I'm not super into. Pretty awesome vocals from Solange on I Don't Love You Anymore. It feels like we're losing a bit of momentum here, and it's more about Tyler, the Creator, wrapping it up on a positive note, creating that vibe and atmosphere to reflect acceptance and happiness and all that fun stuff. Final thoughts. 90% of this project, I'm hooked. I love it. That's why I'm talking about it. A lot of these songs are still in my rotation. I still come back to this album time and time again. Mobart, the kid from my grade 8 French class, listening to him sing Earthquake, like, it was pretty awesome. It was a bright spot of my day teaching French, to hear him be like, hey, Mr. D, throw on Earthquake, and then listen to him sing along, like, oh, so sweet. Thematically, this album is fantastic. Never seen love like this shown in a hip-hop project, and I think it's one of a kind, it's unique, and Tyler, the Creator, does a great job with that. If you only listened to this once and then didn't really give it a second chance, check it out again. Very much worth it to go from the very visceral and shock and like kind of almost gory rap that he was doing earlier to this. Like, it's insane to see that kind of change and transition in the music that he's putting out. The last thing I'll say about Igor, like, the level of effort that goes into building this kind of spectacle where there's just these really high notes and really low notes all surrounding love, pain, and heartbreak. Like, oh, it's rare to find something like this. Definitely give it a listen. Here's my report card. I am officially back. I hope that this video is going to kind of give me the push to continue putting out more videos. I'm so excited to be back. I hope you guys keep listening. As always, tell your friends, and yeah, this is it, Mr. D, hopefully back in business. Thanks for watching, Internet.